So at this particular time, I had a handgun, was a 22 Magnum. And that one carried a different bullet. It carried a bullet longer than a regular 22, but it was about that long, and it was 2 explosions. That means you fired from the gun. And whatever it hit, it'll explode. I remember sitting down at a friend's house of mine, drinking, under a mulberry tree. By sitting there drinking, a bird got in that tree and he did something down where I was sitting drinking, and I had this gun. I said, well, I said, I'm gonna kill him. I reached in, pulled that gun out, cocked it back to shoot that bird, and it was a red bird, state bird. I said, no, I can't kill him. But where I made one mistake, when I let the hammer back to fire, I didn't let it back down. So I went to put it back in my belt, and when I did, something caught it, and it started falling. I grabbed it, and the party was on. It went in here and exploded. And when it exploded, it blew up some of my liver. And there I was. The ambulance came and got me. It put me in the ambulance, and by that hole blown on the inside when it exploded, I couldn't breathe normally. I was trying to breathe, try to get breath, and couldn't get it. So I told the man, give me something and let me go, because I couldn't breathe like that. And that's when he put the mask on me, the oxygen or whatever. I don't know what it was, something to keep me breathing. And when I got to the hospital, they had people at the door waiting on me because they had called ahead, had the operation room ready, everything prepared when I got there. So when I got there, they took me from the door all the way to the operation room to give me a needle. But I imagine some of the alcohol I had was so strong, it just wouldn't dead me. And so what they did, they strapped me down and was holding me, and I'm laying there, conscious, looking at him, when the man put his garment on, put his gloves on with his paddles, and he got a little knife, something like a little thing he had in his hand like that, and I could hear my stomach busting open like a ripe watermelon, and I'm looking at him, blood running everywhere. Then they took some clamps and screwed in it, and opened me up, and I'm looking at this because the medicine, the anesthesia, whatever you give you to put you to sleep, hadn't took effect. And then after he did that, I don't remember no more. No more. I see him pulling my intestines and laying them to the side. My Lord and my God. And after that, didn't remember no more. So when I woke up the next morning, I was in a recovery room. Looking around, the doctor came in. He said, Mr. Cottman, how you doing? I said, Doc, I think I'm doing pretty good. And he said to me, he said, look, we done all we can. Now it's up to you and your maker. Now see, he ain't no God, not in either. But you know, I joined a Baptist church when I was 14. And I went from bad to worse. I joined. I didn't say bone, John. And I thought the only harm I done was to myself. Long as I didn't do nothing to nobody else, you know, I'm ready for Jesus. You know how you think if you don't know no more, you just don't know. And he said that, and I laid in that bed and I thought to myself, I said, Lord, drinking can't stop, smoking can't stop. I done got myself in a mess, don't even know how to pray. Lord, I don't even know where you're at. But you know what I said in my heart? I said, Lord, if you deliver me out of this hospital, I will give you and serve you the rest of my life. I couldn't pray. I'm just talking like I'm talking to y'all, because I ain't know but no prayer. And you know, the Lord did just that. He got me out of the hospital, put me back up, put the strength back in me, started back the same way, because I couldn't help myself. So at that time, I met that's the lady right there, my wife. We won't marry or nothing, you know what I mean? I was just, you know how you got eyes on. Y'all know what I mean. And so what it was, she knew about holiness, but I didn't. And so what it was, after that, we got married. But I'm going to cut it a little bit because I don't want to be too long. But after that, that bullet, that part that didn't blow up, it lodged back up in by my spine. Well, the doctor said we can't get that out because if we try, we could paralyze you. And right now, We got you cut all the way open in the front. And we don't want to do nothing. But if it don't bother you, don't worry about it. And what happened after that, that thing got up by my spine. And every time I moved, that thing was agitated because when it blew up, it had sharp edges around on it. And it was cutting and started swelling. And I said, Lord, I ain't going. I'd rather die, go back in the hospital from what I had seen with my eyes, what they were doing. I said, I can't make it like that. That's by my spine. If they go in there and do something wrong, I'm paralyzed. I can't walk. I can at least walk. So here I am, don't know what to do. Don't know what to do. And I said, Lord, what can I do? So after that, my wife was telling me about this little church when I went down there signifying, didn't go to John, to be born again. Going down there because she went on back, And I see how the Holy Ghost was working. I said, Lord, I ain't never seen nothing like this, And when that man preached the gospel message, the death, burial, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ, you got to be buried in his name and be filled with the Holy Ghost. I didn't want to say that to her, because I had some pride in me. I said, great, dinner morning, this is what I need. Saying to myself, went on back home. Going back the next day, I'm going to hear some more, He come back and taught me some more. And after he did all of that, and he made an altar call, I got up and baptized in Jesus' name. Amen. Now God filled me with the Holy Ghost, with the evidence of speaking in tongues. But I still had this bullet. And that thing got so bad up there, I started praying because it was saying God is a healer. Now I ain't on, but I was not going to try it. And I prayed and I prayed and I prayed. Nothing happened. So I got in the prayer line at the church. Maybe y'all may have a prayer line after service in church. I don't know. Get in there. So Bishop Johnson, he wasn't no bishop. He was an elder. He would come and lay hands on me. And when he lay hands on me, watch this now. This is a part that we all got to understand. He said, Lord Jesus, in your name, move this bullet. You got that? Move this bullet. I didn't know how to pray, so when he was praying like that, I started praying like that. And every time I get in that line, he'd pray the same prayer. Nothing happened. But it was getting worse. And kept praying. And I said, Lord, you got to do something. I can't live like this. Lord, please move this bullet. He moved it. You know what he did with it? Lord have mercy. Brought it up from up in here, around here, set it down on one of my ribs, right under the flesh. Lord have mercy, that thing got worse. And it swelled up about the size, I reckon, of a golf ball. And I could feel stuff in it, and that thing was hurting so bad if you walked by me, by that wall, I would jump. Because that's how bad it was. And that thing was getting so bad, and I had nurses that worked in the hospital said, boy, man, if you don't get that thing up, gangrene gonna set in it, and you gonna die. And they would say, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? But God had fixed me where I couldn't go back to the hospital because he was dealing with me. Dealing with me. And I said, Lord, if you don't fix it, ain't nothing I can do. And I kept praying. And I was sitting in the church one morning, and I got in the prayer line, and I said, Lord, this thing, I can't live like this. I said, I need an answer. The Lord spoke to me, just like I'm talking to you now. There won't no person I could see speaking in my heart. He said, you know what? You didn't ask me to bring it up. You asked me to move it. He said, now, I'm a business guy. If you can go to the bank to borrow money and tell them exactly how much you want and what you want it for, am I greater than he? My Lord, am I greater? And I'm sitting there listening at it. Oh, my God. Service was going on. And after the service, almost to the end, the Lord spoke to me again. He said, I want you to go up there. And after the service, after the elder make the benediction, go up and thank him for all of the prayers that he had prayed for you in the prayer line. And tell him, I'm going to bring it out in 6 days. In 7 days, you're going to put it in his hand. Now, that's something for me to get up and walk up there and tell him something like that. You know, and the devil want to jump in your mind.
Right,
like you crazy.
Right.
But by being in the spirit and the suffering I had, I know God spoke. I went up and told him. I said, Elder Johnson, God told me to tell you to thank you for all of the prayers that you prayed for me in the prayer line. He said he's going to bring it out in 6 days. And in 7 days, I'm going to bring it here, which is next Sunday, and put it in your hand. I went on up there and sat down. When I got down and sat down, he spoke to me again. He said, now, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to go up and tell your brother-in-law. Because my brother-in-law was 29 or 30, 31 Gladys. And he had an enlarged heart. I had witnessed to him. He pulled out a roll of money and looked at it and told me, God bless him. I said, it's okay. I heard his feeling, but if I'd have told him what I want to tell him, he wouldn't want to hear it. Because he's spending all his money. That's special stuff. And I went up there and told him, I said, Bobby, the Lord told me to come and tell you that he's going to bring his bullet up. And he told me to tell you that he could fix your heart and you could be a witness for him. And I told him, he looked at me, he said, yeah, you going to have it cut up? I ain't have it cut up. God told me he's going to bring it up. And I left. Went on back. Now, I was working with the county, but I had a part-time job. Cleaning buildings, you know, office building. That Saturday evening, because I used to go in the evening when nobody there, get all the trash up and stuff, and do the floors, and get the stuff, and go over the desks. So I done took up the trash and got the floors and everything, and I had a little office, it was a closet that I'd go in, and on that shelf I had a pail up there that had my cleaning stuff in. And I went in there, opened the door, reached up like that. When I reached up, I felt something pop in my side. I jumped. I said, Lord, what is this? That's what the bullet was. And the thing was stuff running. I pulled it up and looked. That was nothing but inflammation and blood, enough for over half a coffee cup running out. And I told it, I got a rag, I got the wipe, and when I got it clean enough to see, that bullet was hanging out the hole.
Look at God.
It was hanging out the hole. I reached and got it, and it fell out in my hand. I said, oh God, I praise you.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
And that Sunday morning, when I went to church, I had it in my hand. I said, there it is. He said, this house. He said, there it is. God brought it. I went back to my brother-in-law and told him. I said, bro, I told you. I said, Daddy bullet. He looked at me and said, yeah, you done had it cut up? No, I pulled his shirt up. I said, ain't no knife been there and showed it. Because it's almost healing back up. And God is still working miracles now for me.
Yes.
And I praise him for it.
Yes.
He's a good God.
Yes, he is.
He's a good God. And I know him as a healer.
Yes.
I know him as a way maker.
Yes.
Because he had bought me all. And if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be standing here today because I'm supposed to be gone. God is a good God. All you have to do is learn to trust him.
Yes.
Talk with him. Stay in fellowship with him.
Yes.
And God will bless you.
Yes.